What's up, guys? Keyshawn Uchiha here, back at you with another part. Well, not another part, a new video, a new Ocean Universe What If. And this will be, well, a one I kind of was thinking about, and I kind of wanted to get it done because, I always have to create, and sometimes I have to work on old videos, but I want to create this one because it's just really in my head and it's asking to just to be brought out to life. And also, I should inform y'all guys are asking for another part of What If Dick was in the Black Ops. I will do another part, okay? So you don't have to keep asking or keep begging or saying, so you're not gonna work on the Black Ops anymore? I will, okay? It's close from far over. I will continue it, alright? But right now, I just wanted to do these three videos today, and I will try to do videos on the weekend. But other than that, maybe tomorrow. Depends. But if I do, this will be what if I was in Undertale. Now, I this idea was pretty crazy for myself, and also I've been asking other people should I do this what if, and people were saying no, yeah, I mean it's up to you. So I was like, all right, let me do it. Now this will be what if I was in Undertale. Now, this will not be the canon version of the game, as you just start as Frisk and stuff and all that. No, we're gonna think big as characters that you like the design of, or you just love. We're gonna bring in horror sands, ink sands, horror sands. We're gonna bring in all those sands, and in this story, and it's gonna be a whole cluster of craziness. And maybe, nah, we're not gonna do 18x. Like, no, just no. But pretty much it might be having gore, horror, and stuff. Maybe that. But other than that, let's continue the story. Let's see how would I be in Undertale and how this will affect the whole story and stuff. Now we start off with me. Pretty much, I'm pretty much just bored, doing stuff, looking at universes I created and stuff, and also just damn right bored. Until I see Undertale universe that made people that is being created, or I created of my own, that I created on my own will as a new universe, not as the same Undertale but a different Undertale, and I pretty much goes this side. Now as I go down, I pretty much drop down and pretty much start heading forward. I say, I could just end up a stone, but oh well. As I continue to walk, I see Flowey, which Flowey introduced herself and say, howdy, I'm Flowey. Flowey the flower. Now this is where I grab Flowey, and he begins to say, hey, what are you doing? And I begin to give him his soul back, and he turn back to Azrael. Now, of course, Flowey looks and says, how am I human? Again, which I pretty much smile and says, well, today, it's gonna be different. We're gonna all be friends. Because I'm Keyshawn Uchiha, the Galaxy God. Begins to reopen up my eyes, and you could see the Galaxy Renegade, you could say. Now, Azrael begins to, you could say, be a little weird, afraid, but he feels more calm and relaxed. And I begin to tell him that Frisk hasn't dropped down yet, and you're gonna have to wait for a couple more minutes because I'm really not supposed to be here. As he pretty much says okay, and he waits for her, and he's gonna go meet her. Now I continue to go forward, and as I'm going forward, this is where Azra's mom, I forgot her name, pretty much says, "Oh, hello, child," which I begins to say, "Hello," and runs in and hugs her, which she says, "Oh, I see you're a friendly type," which I say, "Yeah." I'm not the person who's supposed to drop down here. There's another person named Frisk. I kind of dropped down here on accident. I was supposed to appear somewhere else, which she says, "Oh, I don't understand," which I begin to say, "It's okay. But I'm going to continue. I'm just going to go." And she says, "Okay. Well, would you like some pie and stuff?" Which I say, "I would love to." And I go eat some pie and stuff, and I tell her that this is going to be a little girl. This is going to be a girl dropping down, and her name is going to be Frisk. And Depends on her outcome. She's gonna write genocide or pacifist. Depends on her choice. Because we're gonna say Kara's a little bit part of it, but Kara's not gonna be influencing anything. She's just going to be, there if the player choose. Well, not player, more like Frisk choose, because there's no player controlling no one. So pretty much, I go forward and open up the door and start heading forward. Now, as I'm going forward, this is where, as I'm going almost across the ridge, this is where Sans stops me and says, "Hope, is that how you treat? Is that how you treat pal?" Which I turn around and shake his head, and he pretty much makes the fart noise, which I begins to laugh. Now he begins to introduce himself and says his name is Sans Skeleton, which I begins to say, "Well, my name is Keyshawn the Galaxy God." Which Sans says, "Oh, so you're a Galaxy God, eh?" Which I begins to say, "Yeah, I kind of created this universe. I mean, not as the same, but much different." Which Sand is pretty much is saying, "Huh, I see. Well, I know the shortcut where we can meet up at, where we can talk." Which I said, "All right." And this is where he teleport me to the Judgment Hall. I mean, to the Judgment Hall. Which I say, "Ah, I see. Straight to the point then." Which this is where Sand says, "If you're telling me it's true, then I gotta see if you're good." And he begins to do the judgment. Now, just think of the music playing because I'm not gonna play it because it's copyright. But pretty much, the fight commences. Now, Sans begins to slam me down to the wall and throw the spikes, which I pretty much just don't get phased by it, and pretty much says, "Listen, Sans, can we just talk?" Which he pretty much saying, "Oh, we were talking," and he begins to start blasting at me and stuff, and we have our fight. But I'm pretty much just dodging his attacks and stuff, pretty much like him, not affecting because I have the Galaxy Renegade, but I have multiple abilities as before abilities and after abilities. So getting hit by gasters or pretty much getting like spiked or grabbed, it won't really affect me, and I can just dodge out of them. And even if I get hit, it won't affect me. So basically, me and Sans having a fight and stuff, and I'm saying, "So, do you believe me? Because if I was a person who wanted to harm your friends, or kill everybody, I could have just killed you and went back and killed everybody, and just did it over and over again." Which Sans says, "You got a point. So, if you're telling me it's true, you created this place. What makes you? What makes you want to be here?" Which I just says, "Oh no, I just came here to be chill here and meet everybody as friend." And for my setup, I'm pretty much just wearing jeans, with boots, wearing jeans with boots, and just wearing a hoodie, a lazy hoodie, a nice comfortable hoodie. Because what the hell, gotta do it. No sandals, no sandals. Can't be sands all the way. Come on, can't do that. But pretty much, as Sans teleport me back, we're pretty much talking and stuff, and this is where Frisk appears, which I look and says, "Ah, there she is." Which Sans says, "Nice to meet you. I'm Sans," which, Sans introduced himself to Frisk. Now, I begins to walk with Frisk and say, "Well, I'm going to be accompanying you, make you friends too." Which Frisk pretty much agrees, and we walk together. Now, Azrael, he's pretty much with his mom, talking to her and stuff and getting back at her. And, just having a conversation and stuff and saying that he missed her. So he won't be joining. But pretty much, we go forward. We're going forward and we're talking and stuff. And I begins to tell Frisk, "So Frisk, what do you think you're gonna? What are you going to do after you open up the gate? Open up the door? Would you go back to your regular life, or would you have your new family?" Which Frisk begins to think, but she doesn't say nothing. Now, this is where we go, and we're gonna go meet Papyrus. Now, Papyrus, as the same happens, and he says, "Nah, I am the great Papyrus," and stuff. Where I look and pretty much says, "Oh boy, oh boy, look like we're gonna have to do puzzles. I mean, I help you out if you need it." Which Frisk gives me a thumbs up, and I say, "Yeah." So pretty much everything happens the same, but much funnier. which he sees two humans, but we all know I'm not human, I'm a god. But pretty much he says, two humans? Why? And pretty much says, you humans will get captured by the Great Papyrus, which none of that happened, and we befriend Papyrus. Now, as that happening, we pretty much heads to Papyrus' house and we get some musketti, you could say. I pretty much said it wrong, but we pretty much eat some of the musketti at his place, and pretty much join the middle and stuff and talking and laughing at each other. Which Sans is, being lazy, chilling. Now, this is where, of course, we go to the next part and we have to continue forward on the journey. And I'm talking to Frisk and telling her that she basically has to watch out for Undyne because she's going to try to kill her to take her soul, which Frisk understands and begins to start going. Now, this is where Undyne shows her debut and begins to start firing spears at Frisk, which I pretty much block it with my sword. Pretty much just blocking the attacks and stuff with a shield. I pretty much telling Frisk to continue going forward while I block half of the attacks. Now, this is where we meet our second counter. Last counter for her. And this is where Undyne begins to say, it's time. It's time to end this with y'all humans. And I begin to tell Frisk to go forward and to continue while I handle Undyne. Now, I begins to bring out, pretty much copy her and take out a spear. But it's more like a different Trident Galaxy spear. I said, are you ready to fight? Which she pretty much says, bring it, human. And I begin to charge at her. We're pretty much attacking each other and stuff. And she pretty much gets the upper hand because I'm being a little too lazy. And I block her with pretty much with a weapon, another weapon. And it's a bone weapon. Or you could say a bone. And I begin to say, you almost had me there. Until Undyne gets me with a stab in the back, which I pretty much cough up. I pretty much cough up and I say, look like you got me. Now the real fight begins, and I begins to activate my Galaxy Renegade. We're gonna say first state because third state will kill anyone. But I begins to grab Undyne and slam her to the wall, up and down and stuff, left to right, and I pretty much slams her to another wall. I begin to say any last words, which she begins to say, so you really gonna kill me? Which I say, nah, I just wanted to kick your butt. Anyways, I'll be going now. Which I pretty much give her mercy and goes off, forcing mercy on her and going. Now, as I go, I catch up with Frisk again, which Frisk already, we're gonna say, they already made peace with the robot and stuff, you could say. And now we're going to the last part, which Frisk meets up with Sans, and Sans let her pass, and he already lets me pass in. We meet up with Azrael. Now, this is where, of course, Azrael begins to have a fight with Frisk and destroys the Mercy King, which I pretty much says, I just replaced the Mercy with a bigger Mercy, which Frisk used to mercy him. Actually, no, we're gonna say Papyrus and them come in and save Frisk's life, which I pretty much, smile and give. Pretty much smiles at Frisk, and Frisk smiles at me. And pretty much the barrier, Frisk grabs all the souls, and pressed with her souls, she merge together and pretty much break the barrier, and all the monsters are free. Which everybody's happy to see the view, including Azrael. And Azrael runs to me and pretty much asks if alright. I said, oh, of course. And he asks, what would I do now? I says, well, I guess chill with y'all, or just hop in other universes and meet other versions of y'all. Depends. Which this is where Azrael asks for one more favor. Can I bring back Kara? Which I do. I pretty much grab a heart. I grab another heart, and a heart that's like able to bring back Kara, and I give him Kara, which he hugs her and hugs me and begins to thanks me, which I said no problem. Which we're gonna say that's they have the ending in the regular break. Now, we're gonna say a week later. Every monsters and stuff is meeting with humans and stuff and making contact and making peace. Well, I was just, just chilling and thinking of what I'm gonna do next. Which Sans is asking if I'm alright, which I say, yeah, of course. But there's one person I'm thinking about right now. He says, who is he? And, or who is he or she, which I say it's Gaster. I wonder, I wonder if he's gonna try to meet me later. Which he says, who's Gaster? And I pretty much smile and says, oh, you'll find out soon. And I begins to start heading off. Now this is part 1 of What If I Was in Undertale. If y'all like, please, like and subscribe. Like and, subscribe. Share this with your friends and stuff and see if they like it. But I'm Kisho Chia. Thanks for watching and peace out. And another notice, I will do a live stream today on my phone to tell y'all my story of how I became this to that. Okay? I will tell you my YouTube story on live. So, y'all guys expect me to go live, and I will be going. But other than that, peace out, guys, and see you later.
It looks like you lost another one.